stand in the fire when the blessings stop, but you still say my name when the home's dry. I ain't here for the games, here for the war and the flame. You already know what it is. If I'm yours, don't give a shit. She the calm in my range, the one I bleed for. Ain't just love, it's war, and I reload for it. She ain't just mine, she my mirror, a fight. So yeah, I'm riding, whether wrong or right. Oh. If you qualify for SNAP, Medicaid, come on, bro. I don't want to hear about all this.
Having an assistant is more common than you think. 64% of executives have an executive assistant. And when there's so much going on in your life, it becomes absolutely necessary.
I was riding when we met, hard no plan. She walked in like calm in the storm I ran. Thought love was a trap. Now she flipped the script. Now we 10 toes down through the scars and the ships. She ain't scared of the truth, ain't scared of the dirt. Even when we clash, she ain't going to hurt. She saw the king in the mask, pain deep in my eyes. Now it's loyalty first, ain't no room for the lie. I was cold, I was jaded, but I waited, I stayed. Oh my God, I didn't do that, bro. I knew you were different, so is you gon' ride or not? Even when the money low, when the pain won't stop. If the world turned dark, would you like my spot? Would you carry my name through the shades? I ain't here for the game, I'm here for the war and the flame. You already know what it is. If I'm yours, no gimmicks, just biz. I've been broken too, wore shame like skin. Learn to love with a dog, never let no one in. But you held it down real, didn't sugar no lies. You ain't promised the stars, you just showed up on time. You ain't judged what I came from, flaws and all. Told me I was built for more, even after the falls. You won't flex for the gram, you move in the cold. You the calm in my chaos, the heat when it's cold. I got flaws, but I fight. I got scars, but I rise. We've been broke, still we build. We got ghosts, but we heal. They don't know what we done. They don't see where we from. But I choose you every time. And I know I'm the one. So is you gon' ride or not? Even when the world cold and the love gets shot. Would you stand in the fire when the blessings stop? Would you still say my name when the walls drop? I ain't here for the game, I'm here for the war and the flame. You already know what it is. If I'm yours, don't give a shit. She's the calm in my range, the one I bleed for. Ain't just love, it's war, and I reload for it. She ain't just mine, she my mirror, a fight. So yeah, I'm riding, whether wrong or right. Oh, that's so good. SNAP, Medicaid, and more, you only pay $6.47 a month for a Walmart Plus membership with free same-day delivery on groceries and prescriptions. If you really want me, say you got me, but I need to feel it. Not just words, I need a real commitment. I've been through too much just to play pretend. If you here for me, don't disappear again. Late nights, I'm thinking about your loyalty. If it's real love, show it, don't just talk to me. I've been holding back, scared to let you in, but you keep knocking, now I'm giving in. Don't switch up when it get hard. Don't fade away when it get dark. I need someone who play that part, not somebody who break my heart. Stay on my side, don't run and hide. If you gon' ride, then ride or die. Do all the lows and all the highs. Just stay right here stay on my side. No alibis, no secrets, no more disguise. If it's real love, don't let it slide. Just stay right here. Look, on my side. I come from pain, don't trust too easy. Heart be cold, but you warming me. I seen fake love, it don't impress me. That's why I move how I move, don't test me. But you different, I can't lie. You stay silent, never switch sides. Even when I was out of line, you held me down, you kept me right. I ain't perfect, I got you off, but I stand tall on what I call her. If I say I'm yours, that's love. I'ma fight for us, know it all. I don't need nobody else but you. You're the only one that kept the truth. If you down, I'm down for you. Just don't leave when I go through. Stay on my side, don't run and hide. If you gon' ride, then ride or die. Do all the lows and all the highs. Just stay right here stay on my side. No alibis, no secrets, no more disguise. If it's real love, don't let it slide. Just stay right here on my side. I've been hurt before, don't wanna feel that pain again. So if you love me, don't you play pretend. I'm giving you my heart, don't break it down. Just hold me close and don't let go now. Yeah, I done seen dark days, cold nights, tryna find peace, tryna live right. You my life when I lose sight, keep me grounded when I lose sight. If they talk, let them talk, I don't care. Long as you right here, I'm aware. We do something rare, that's real. And I ain't letting go how we feel. Tell me you will never leave. I'm right here, just believe. I just need consistency. You got that from me. Stay on my side, don't hide. Even when we fight, don't divide. We've been through storms, we survived. So stay right here stay on my side. Don't lie, look me in my eyes, don't deny. If it's forever, don't let it die. Just stay right here on my side. I ain't going nowhere. Right here on your side. I know this ain't right, but I still come back. We go from I should walk away. You touch me like you never heard me. Then switch up like you never knew me. I tell myself that I'm done, but I keep coming back to your love. It's toxic, but I crave it. Hurts me, but I chase it. I know I should replace it, but I can't escape it. I'm broken, but addicted to you. Every time I leave, I come back to you. Even when it hurts, I still choose this love I can't refuse. Broken, but addicted. Your love got me conflicted. I know it ain't right, but it's you. I'm broken, but addicted to you. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I know I cause pain, but I still pull you back every time you change. It's a cycle I can't deny. We both wrong, but we still try. I got demons I don't show. You see peace and nobody know. You're the only one that stayed, even when I pushed you away. I ain't proud of the things I do, but I can't seem to let go of you. We tied in deeper than surface love. It's something we both can't run from. I know I hurt you, still you stay. I try to leave, but I can't break away. It's complicated, we both confused, but we still holding on like we got something to prove. I'm broken, but addicted to you. Every time I leave, I come back to you. Even when it hurts, I still choose this love I can't refuse. Broken, but addicted. Your love got me conflicted. I know it ain't right, but it's you. I'm broken, but addicted to you. Tell me why it feels so good when it hurts this bad. Why I keep going back to the love we had. I lose myself in you, don't know what to do. Every goodbye don't last, cause I'm still stuck on you. I try to walk away, I failed. Your love like something I ain't held. It's deeper than physical touch. It's mental, I'm needing you too much. We toxic, but it's real at the same time. Hard to find a love that makes mine. You see me when I'm at my worst, still choose me, that's what hurts. I know we need space every time apart, but distance only make it harder on the heart. So here we are, stuck in between, breaking down but chasing dreams. I should leave, but you won't go. I know it's wrong, but I need you close. Broken, addicted, can't let go. But addicted.
I would say 80% of the work that I've gotten is entirely through social media. But when I first started my career, I did not do landscaping. If I had to describe that season of my life in one word, it would be hustle. My day-to-day was a lot of outreach to companies and clients, but they were very underpaid, very rushed gigs.
Static in the signal, voices in the air. You call it fate, I call it wear and tear. I learned to stand alone, nobody was there. The universe played it, I still chose how I fare. Static in the signal, echoes don't lie. You vanished in daylight, now you wave goodbye. This was the design, and this is my reply. I don't know the past, the reason why. Left me at 19 with the lights cut low. No map, no shelter, just a call from home. At the time, pain into something unknown. Survival by instinct, learn fast on my own. Touchdown in town, never rang my line. Ghost in the flesh, had it hurt in real time. Act like I'm nothing, like I slipped your mind. The silence that speaks when the dots align.
Anybody?
It's the blood, don't blame it. It's just time to play time. Parents don't age well. When you stare at the moves try to wear with different names. I see the pattern, I know the game. Different seasons, same refrain. They talk about destiny, scripts in the sky. Pages coded, reactions decide. You made your choices, I made mine. The same vengeance, a boundary line. I'm not your mirror, I'm not your cure. I carry my weight, babe, my future secure. If this was written, then read it clear. I'll survive without you, that part's sincere. Started in the signal, was in the air. You call it fate, I call it wear and tear. I learned to stand alone when nobody was there. If the universe planned it, that's the shows I care. Static in the signal, echoes don't lie. You vanished in daylight. Now you wake up high if it was the design. And this is my reply. I don't pass the reason why. No curses, no prayers, just truth in the frame. I don't like the player. I outgrew the game. Whatever's alive can stay the flame. This is the end result. I chose my name.
Canva, photo and video editor. Install and go.
Come on, bro. Nobody wants to hear this shit.
E se está, fala comigo no idioma do amor. Teu toque diz tudo, não preciso de flor. Olhar profundo, teu beijo é calor. Nosso silêncio grita mais do que dor.
Translation.
Speak to me in the language of love. It touches it all. I don't need flowers. Deep facial kisses, warm silence screams louder than pain.
I ain't fluent in French, but I know how you feel. Your body writing novels that the words can't reveal. When you whisper in my ear, girl, the word disappears. Every vowel, every breath, I obey on my fears. Just call my name with your lips, no alphabet needed. Every kiss is a sentence, I don't care how you read. Talk that talk with your skin, got me learning your slang. Love letters in the touch, and I decipher the bang.
Fala comigo no idioma do amor. Teu toque diz tudo, não preciso de flor. Olhar profundo, teu beijo é calor. Mas o silêncio grita mais do que dor.
Got me saying no to Yoma with my hoodie still on. Late night translation, vibing to the dawn. She don't need a poem, she the verse, she the muse. Making love into existence with the way that she moves. My fingers trace your dialect in places they ain't mapped. Heartbeats in sync, we be talking in a clap. You ain't just fine, you divine like a script. Every curve, every side, that's a hoodie manuscript. Girl, your soul speaks volumes. I just press play. In every language, if you got something to say, you don't gotta talk when your vibes this loud. My anthem in a world full of crowd.
Fala comigo no idioma do amor. Teu toque diz tudo, não precisa de flor. Olhar profundo, teu beijo é calor. Nosso silêncio grita mais do que dor.
They say love got many tongues, but yours speaks straight to the soul. No subtitles needed. I hear you, I feel you fluently. They say love got many tongues, but yours speaks straight to the soul. No subtitles needed. I hear you, I feel you fluently.
Babe, I thought you were sleeping. I thought you were gonna sleep. Ugh.
Came from the bottom, now we rise with no fear. Lost in the shadows, but the vision so clear. Every step I took felt the weight of the game. Streets whisper low, but you know my name. In the night, we move, can't be seen at all. Faceless in the crowd, will never fall. Shape up, yeah, when the stakes get high. We don't play for keeps, we just reach for the sky. Move like the wind, we're Past grown narrow. Chasing the echoes, I'm the ghost in the shadow. Got my crew behind me, loyalty is gold. Step out of line, watch how quickly explode. Time is ticking fast, always keep it tight. Faceless in the game, but we shine so bright. Shuffle, yeah, when the stakes get high. We don't play for keeps, we just reach for the sky. Move like the wind, whisper soft and strike. Real ones stay faceless, living life on the mind. Faceless, the art of the move. In a world so cold, we just find our groove.
If you qualified for SNAP, Medicaid, and more, you only pay $6.47 a month for a Walmart Plus membership. With free same-day delivery, Paramount Plus or Peacock at no extra cost.
Yeah. Ain't no distractions tonight. You and me. Phone on silent, I don't need nobody else. Your name glowing, got me caught up in your spell. Cancel plans, I ain't stepping out tonight. Got your energy surrounding me just right. Every time you pull up, it's a vibe. No pressure, just you and I. You know how to read my mind. Say less, boy, don't even try. We don't gotta talk too much. You know I'm yours, you know what's up. When it's real, you feel that rush. Ain't no breaking what we touch. Locked in, locked in.
What just happened, bro?
Yes, that's what they used to do. Pause. You get with a chick and do some dumb shit in the kitchen. And I'd be like, Giuseppe, I can't even eat no more in it. You know what I'm saying? And it was on some weirdo shit. Or it'd be girls I know that would be like, yo,
I
this
know.
had me go to the hotel.
What
They came out of the towel. And I'd be like, doesn't he know you my friend? And tell him I know you. So I used to know about all those antics and shit. But I didn't know, you know, he was forceful. But the funny thing is, some of the girls would go back. They would be like,
Sure.
yeah, going back. Like,
He
what are you
usually
telling me
doesn't.
for? Don't even tell
You
me.
wanna go outside?
back.
Chiefy?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I gotta bring him up.
Like they was trying to take me.
I don't know, I've lost the collar again.
Everyone that got.
No, it does.
You gotta think about something.
That and
I
then.
pivoted 20 years ago so that no one could ever say that I was getting any money with them, that I drew a line, that I walked away. No one's gonna say, but you was getting money with them. No. I started getting money and then I walked away. And I did it on my own. So don't you think I knew? I didn't know about, I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't know about the eating babies and like the trafficking and all that shit. I thought the girls were uncomfortably young looking, but I walked away from them because of certain flags. And I was like I knew at some point the world was gonna evolve enough. I thought it would happen a lot quicker to see that this is immoral. So I saw a lot of immoral things going on that I didn't want anyone to think that I was still down with. When's the last time you heard of me getting $1 with Rockefeller? Since 2005. So maybe it might mean that I became aware of certain things and I pivoted. So you can never say I was with them, that I did any of that. And maybe I might have seen that, you know, like I'm not gonna say I I was looking at it like, oh, you think I'm gonna be the fall guy for all this shit? Yeah, all right. I was prepped and primed to be Puff, sitting in jail right now. You understand? They're cooking these niggas one by one. So I just was like, you're lining me up to be, when I don't do what you want, to do that. And I'm not doing that with y'all. You gotta be very careful with the people that empower you and their intentions. So if you work for the devil, then you can't, why would you trust the devil? The devil tells you to lie. Why would you trust that person? God will never tell you to lie. I'm godly. My perspective is godly. I can only see the positive in everything. And I've never been punished. Well, I've never been abused to where I'm mad at the world and that where I had to say, God, why did you let this happen to me? That's never happened to me, so I have no malice in my heart. But you got to remember, the opposite of good is evil. So if I'm walking in the room, don't you think every single evil person is going to cringe? So every single person to me that has something bad to say about me, knowing how much of a good nigga I am, has to be persuaded by the devil. There's no good dude that says I'm a bad dude. Name one good dude. Like, Cam's not known as a good dude. 50's not known as a good dude. Jay's not known as a good dude. Leor's not known as a good dude. Steve Stout's not known as a good dude. Nori's not known as, and I don't have beef with him, but no one that talks about me is known to be a good dude. But I'm known to be a good dude. So of course the devil's gonna try to make me look bad. And an indicator of a person with a bad heart is someone that says something bad about me. Because what can you say? All I do is try to teach the culture. All I try to do is open the doors for everybody that I work with. Why would someone like Cam, Fredo, who I really put on, really protected, how could he have this stance? How could he do this with those big ass, stupid ass, fucking cheap teeth? How could he do that? And I never did nothing but protect him. The devil got him. Like, I'm a good nigga. You can't go against a good nigga unless you're evil. Because you think about it, good nigga's going to be like, yo, that nigga, or tease that nigga. That's a good nigga. I remember my man Jay Black, the Lynch mob, tried to put him in the trunk. And his man, this is what he told me, his man, grabbed him, and he knew him. And he was like, yo, do what y'all got to do. He was like, why don't you do it? He said, I ain't going to do nothing to you. You a good nigga. Even bad niggas don't want to do something to a good nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nobody wants to do anything bad or say anything bad about a good nigga. Anybody that got something bad to say about good nigga is the devil. And has been influenced by the devil or has been paid to do it. But I only see the devil in that man's heart. I don't see him doing anything from a godly perspective. I don't see him looking at anything from a positive perspective. That's not godly. I just felt like he lost all his faith and put his tail between his legs and got a whole new piece of in football, boxing mouthpiece, a cheap one, and glued it in his mouth, and he can't spit it out. And that's what it looks like to me. When the devil's with you, your teeth get big. Pause. Your teeth get too big for your face.
Let me ask you this, right? It's been a video going around for years now, and I never heard you speak on it and give the backstory. It's a video of you in a meeting, and you spazzing out on everybody. What's the backstory behind that? Yeah?
Oh yeah, that's that. Yeah. Yeah, that was Babalov that got killed, and we all was at the wake. And I heard there was a meeting the next day, and I'm like, why would they do that knowing I'm going through it? And then I brought the camera up there to film it so they wouldn't say I did anything that I didn't. And I knew about the meeting, I set them up, and I walked in and made them a highlight flip. But what I found out later was Jay had set that meeting up. And I felt,
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's why, with John Malman. But again, that was all for the best. Again, I'm good on Rockefeller, bro. I don't want another dollar from it. I celebrate the legacy of my brothers, and I still consider them my brothers. But all money ain't good money for me, man. I'm a real man.
So Jay, he was the one that set up that meeting where you was going off and everything.
Yeah. Yep. And we all, Steve Stout, they all threw him under the bus. When I pressed them and get in front of him, they all tell me, oh, that was homeboy. And then they be like, 'cause they really be wanting to be my friends. They be like, yo, he made us do it, man. I'll be like, so embarrassing. Yeah.
Who was the people in that meeting? Because I mean, when you was going off, they was quiet, yo. They wasn't saying anything.
Because they were busted. They knew that shit was wrong. All those white people. And then, Kev was like, he just was such a puppet for them. And I like Kev as a person, as a friend, but I just hate the people and what he was doing to get his bread. Another one, Devil got, well, I ain't gonna say that. But yeah, it was like, I just thought and I know they just was all clowns to me. They was just suckers. They ain't never done nothing. And they just couldn't fathom I was a boss and they wasn't at that age. Because you gotta remember, every single thing I did during Rockefeller, I was a kid. I'm gonna keep saying it. I was a child. I was in my 20s. I sold a company by the time I was 30-something. Like 30, I retired at 35. So I got a record deal as a teenager. Most men don't do that their whole life. Then did it independently by the time I was 21 and went platinum. Independently, and my crew was young. So I was actually leading a team of people that had never done it before, and they were also teenagers. And we took the whole world with a rookie crew. And people have tried this their whole life and could never do it. And people are still butthurt about it. And all I did was yell. Big fucking deal. I was a kid.
Speaking of that, right, you yelling, what do you think about the people that say that things that happen today is because...
Nothing happened to me. I left, bro. What happened to Dame? He went and started another company, Rachel Roy, $100 million, opened up art galleries around the world, and bought cribs around the country. What happened to Dame? Because I filed bankruptcy? Everyone, that's a business play. That's not a personal play. That's stupid. What happened to Dame? Dame just continues to be independent, work without him, talk shit, and continues to make and have motion every day. It hasn't been one day since Rockefeller I haven't done something to make history for this world. Look at all the motion. What happened to Dame? Dame is still doing what Dame do in luxury and doing things no one else does and still free enough to say what he wants. What happened to Dame? He started dressing better? His houses got bigger? What happened? He got bigger businesses? What happened to Dame? He started to make books and television networks and doing live bands. His army is still the same. He still has the same amount of people that work with him every day. I don't get it. What happened to Dame? Only thing that happened to Dame is I had to get my teeth fixed, and they're fixed. And it wasn't nothing money stopping it. It just, I had to have time to not have teeth for 6 months, period. And that shit hurt. You tell me, what happened to Dame? I don't want to work with Jay-Z. I don't want to work with Leo Cohen. I don't want to work with Steve Stout. Everyone talking about me, I outgrew them in 2005. What about Dame? Oh, Dame makes children's books. Dame runs up in jails in Chicago and changes laws. Dame represents the OSG, 200 principles from economically challenged places and makes curriculums and goes into schools. What about Dame? What about Dame? Dame is the flyest nigga in the world. I'm the flyest nigga in the world. Even when I'm broke, I'm fly for being broke. Again, who talks about it? Who's famous for being broke? I've never heard of that. So no matter what, I'm going to be famous for everything I do because I'm that guy. I can't help it.
Experience the future of comfort. The Smart Living Sale is on now at Ray Ward Flanagan.
time creating content and generate a high-quality clone of your voice with 11 Labs. Change the way you record podcasts, voiceovers, and branded content with the #1 AI-powered voice-generating technology. Stop searching for the perfect voice and stop wasting time re-recording take after take. Try 11 Labs for free and start elevating your content today.
Open Art brings the tools to the storytellers of today. Creating a character is simple, whether it's from a sentence or a single image. Open Art brings your vision to life. But that's just the beginning. Once your character is created, you can use it in any story or setting with perfect consistency. With Open Art's 3D pose editor, you can adjust your character's position and movements with ease. Want to take it further? Seamlessly place your character into any scene or background. The future of storytelling starts with you. Open Art brings your ideas to life in ways you never imagined.
With people, the devil, that's what the devil, you gotta remember, the devil, this is the difference between the way God communicates and the devil. I had this epiphany. God doesn't tell you anything direct. You gotta figure life out. The devil talks direct and brings and focuses on your vices. The devil's voice is way louder than God. You gotta figure God out, just like you gotta figure a woman out. Women don't speak direct. They're godly. They create life. You gotta figure them out. So anyone directly saying that is just saying that so you don't try to figure out really what's going on. That is the devil saying that. The devil's always gonna put a thorn crown on Joshua. I'm not even gonna say Jesus because it's disrespectful to God to me. The devil will always put a thorn crown on Joshua in the flesh. That's the devil that does that. That's not God that punishes God or tries to make an example of goodness. That's the devil. So don't ever expect the devil to celebrate me. Don't ever expect anyone evil to say I'm doing well. What you should know, anyone that looks at me from that perspective, you got a little bit of malice in their heart, a little evil you might not want to trust. Because just as much people say the negative shit, I think because I get more love than anything. But you just got to figure that out. You know? You don't listen to the loudest talker. That's the one tricking you. You got to figure shit out and go with what's logical. Men don't listen to emotion. They listen to logic. They don't listen to voices. They listen to what adds up. Bitch-ass niggas do that. Fredos do that. You know? It's not for men. Emotion doesn't dictate action for men. Logic does. At least the men that I've been raised and have been my point of reference.
What would you say to people that claim that you was mistreating them back then?
Go find God. Just because I mistreated you because you did something evil, don't try to make it look like I'm not God. I did it in the name of God. Ask him why I was loud, if it was ever for evil. I've been loud for godly reasons. Does a minister yell? Yes. When he talks, he has a lot of passion and they project. So that's just my ministry. That's how I preach. Like no one gets mad at a minister for doing that. But let me just say somebody said I said something ungodly. That I did something unholy. Let's get to that. Of course the devil's going to be mad when I talk God's word and God's tongue very loud. It burns their soul.
Another thing I want to ask you, I've been seeing this online for years, but it's a video of you getting into it with a guy that had a Rockefeller chain. And you was asking him where he got it from, but he didn't want to tell you. You remember that?
Nah, I think, again, in hindsight, like one of my artists got one of the chains taken, and then what I think happened is Cam traded it. It was Cam that gave him the chain, but I didn't know. So I was like, who gave you the chain? Because I'm thinking someone that stole the chain had sold it to them. So that was stolen property, or I hadn't given him the right to make Rockefeller logos and sell it. But it was an original chain. It was a Jacob the Jeweler. I know the diamonds. So I took it. That happened with my son. My son said he lost the chain once, and I saw that shit in a jewelry shop. I took that shit. But you have to tell me who gave it to you. And call the police, because that's stolen property. I can show you videos of it with my daughter in the mall in LA. So it's like, if you got my property, it's mine. I don't care who sold it to. And you better move and tell me who sold it to. That's all I'm saying.
Who was the record that got his chain to?
I ain't gonna do that.
But let me ask you this, right? Speaking of chains, I want to see if you knew about this in real time. I remember Beans, he did an interview where he told a story about how Kanye, he was about to get jacked for his Rockefeller chain, but he came through for him.
No, I was there. This is what happened. We were making We Are the Champions, and I brought Beans with me. So it was me, like Sean Arnold, who else was with us? So he called us while we were in the studio doing We Are the Champions. And then we went over there. And we went over there. And his chain was tough. So it was like, he was cool. And, he was like, yo, I'm tough your chain.